Hey, what's up, everyone? I just got my Steam controller, so I'm going to go ahead and unbox it for y'all. Chris TV. Gonna do an unboxing of the Steam controller. I just got it this weekend, and this is it. It's actually quite easy to unbox. It was literally one thing to do, and then yeah, let's pull this bad boy out. So yeah, it seemed really nice. See, this is an Xbox Series controller. This is a Steam controller. And this is a 8-bit Dew controller. All of these run great on a PC or a Bluetooth, device. I guess I'll show you these two side to side. And then I'll show you the Steam controller with an Xbox side to side comparison. Hopefully my camera's getting this all right. But yeah, because these ones, what do they call it? These are non-asymmetrical. These one on the Steam controller, these are asymmetrical. So here's the puck that it comes with, and the instructions are pretty basic. You just basically stick this puck onto the back, but you have to plug it in first. So you use a USB cable. Luckily for me, I happen to have one right here, and then you just connect it, I guess, to your PC like so, and I guess it just connects. Let's see how easy this is, because if this does this, this is like pretty fast with this puck situation. So let's open up our Steam. Yeah, it's been difficult because I guess everyone's wanted the Steam controller because it's announced. It's weird because everyone wants these expensive items, and I didn't think it would sell out so fast. But yeah, here we are. Things are selling out like hotcakes, even though they're really, really expensive or overpriced. Not saying that for the Steam controller. I feel like the Steam controller is kind of in the same realm of where controllers are nowadays. So Steam controller detected. I opened up Steam, so right away. Steam controller updates. If you have any controllers or pucks, plug the pucks into your PC and turn your controllers on and fade. Okay. We are now updating your Steam controller puck. Please keep it plugged in to your PC until the update is completed. I'm just going to kind of go into my storytelling of why I decided to get the Steam controller. Mainly because I'm a tech person who likes to buy new technology, even if it's something that may not be something I need. Because, and I'm sure a lot of us who love technology like this, who are interested in video gaming and such, kind of just want to see the next latest and greatest thing, even if it's something that turns out to be a dud. And I feel like with Steam right now, it had more interest earlier, like from last year, because of the promise being a cheaper alternative to video gaming and PC space, where now that's not a reality because PC gaming and gaming in general is more expensive. It's just something that I think when we're gaming, we just want to play the newest and latest thing. But as I've been going on into this space and it's been getting, saturated and more matured, it's become less fun. It's more like I want to buy stuff intentionally when I think it's something interesting. And there's plenty of powerful handheld, you know, machines right now. Like I've been looking at the ROG Ally X series, the Xbox ones, or the Lenovo Go series. There's different ones there, and they have different variants of power, but none of them have really grabbed me like a Steam Deck did, because the Steam Deck, well, one, I was able to get the OLED version, which that's number one. It has to have OLED, and number two, it needs to be, as high as possible resolution, because if you're going backwards in, resolution and screen technology, but yet everything else is more powerful, I feel like you're doing yourself a disservice, because you're going to want that nice screen. It's all based off of, your own personal patterns of playing and gaming habits. If you decide that, you're going to play mostly retro games or emulate a lot of older games, it may not matter to you to have a nicer screen. I will say though, an OLED screen, even with retro games, it just looks nice. There's no getting around. OLED screens look best for video gaming. I equate them to being like a better version, or like an upgrade version of what were those panels called before LCDs, or like during the LCD time, plasmas. If you were around during the plasma era, that was like the OLED era, but without the benefits of the OLED technology. And yes, there was some screen burn in that had happened, and that was real. That's why that I think those TVs didn't last forever, because the technology didn't, really play well with, like the graphics were really nice and the visuals were really nice watching, but it didn't play well with, like, if you were to use it with a PC or video games, because in um, it would get burned in, the burn in factor, where OLED doesn't really happen. I'm using an OLED monitor for my PC, and I mean, granted, they did invent or have new updates to the OLED panels to where they like refresh themselves. My main reasoning for bringing that up is that OLED screens are really great, and if I'm going to go into a handheld, that's what I was thinking. But the price is so astronomical now. I picked up my Steam Deck OLED for six something. I want to say like out the door was like a little over $700 for an OLED Steam Deck. That I thought, yeah, it was a little bit pricier because it was like the special edition white version. It is basically the best gaming handheld at that price. It was. My main thing is just reminding myself of when I go into these gaming tech cycles of like what's coming out. Does it make sense for me to actually buy new technology anymore with the diminishing returns? Because I'm having my PC right now that can run games better than a Steam machine will, and the Steam controller works with my PC, so I don't necessarily need a PC or a new PC, unless if I was looking for one that specifically had Steam on it, and it's like that's the only reason I'm really getting it, because it's a native Steam box, which I guess you can do on your own if with a little tinkering. People have been making their own Steam machines, and it's just one of those things that if you have a Steam deck or if you have a PC, do you really need a Steam machine? And the answer for most of us is probably no. And if you're someone in the market for one, it's like, would that be the best option for you for video gaming specifically? Maybe if you're looking for a PC and this happens to be kind of like in between PC and video game console, and you're like, okay, well, I was going to spend, say you were going to buy a Nintendo Switch 2, a cheaper one, a cheaper console as of right now, and say you bought it for $450, or maybe you bought it the $500 Mario Kart World, version. It's $500 plus, you wanted to buy a computer because, computers are still something, essential to have for working in school, like something that's a little bit more easier to navigate than using a phone, because a phone right now is not the end all be all for doing everything online. And so anyway, so if you're thinking about getting maybe a computer and a Switch 2 to do both gaming and work, and because you're not thinking a computer is for gaming as much, because you're not going to get a super powerful one, so you want to get something that's more geared for gaming and something just for your work or what have you, just to have a personal computer. Yeah, I could see a Steam machine kind of being in the middle of that, and so that would make sense. But then here's where it gets tricky. For the same price, you could probably get something cheaper that can probably still play around the same kind of games you're going to play anyways, or you could still pick up that Nintendo Switch 2 and still just get through with maybe a cheaper laptop option, and then around the same price. Like the MacBook Neo is one of those cheaper options that that I think they're having out there. So maybe it might be worth it for you not to necessarily get a Steam machine. It kind of just depends on your preferences. And right now with me, I'm looking at it as like I don't have a need for it, so I have to really justify it. And it's not like I have people out there wanting me to review it. Like, no one cares what I think of it. My gaming experience is to myself, vast, and I know what I have played or what I've experienced and how to share it with people. But are they going to want that experience from me, or would they prefer it from someone more trustworthy? Because you value someone you've seen with lots of viewership, and right now in the attention economy, that's what it's about. Who gives the most attention for the things to review? So that's why I'm not really trying to do like this full breakdown review of this. It's just my own thoughts on it, my experience. Generally, how I feel about it, it's pretty solid. Again, comparing it to my Switch or my Xbox controller, I don't know if I like it the same, because this has some more clickiness. This is a little less clicky on the, but then it might be better. Let's try a game out. Controller on. Does it tell us the battery life? That'd be nice. That's always a plus when you can see the battery life, so it gives you an idea of like how much time you have to actually play. I will say right off the bat, these like trackpad things feel extra vibrating. And that might not even be a word, extra vibrating. It just, the vibration feels like strong. But so far it feels pretty good. I mean, it feels like a normal controller. I've been playing, using this controller or using my 8-bit do, which the 8-bit do's are solid. If you're going to go for a controller, and this one was only 35 bucks, I believe, or 30 or like 40 bucks. So, and that was a solid controller. This one was significantly more expensive. This was $100. So in comparison, it might not be worth it for that. All right. And I will say, because I got my Steam Deck, actually, because I was like, let's compare it. It's actually got the same, like, trackpad things. So I'm going to turn it on. And you're going to notice my startup menu. If you have Steam points, you can buy this on the Steam store. Oh, I need to charge this bad boy. So let's start a game up. Let's do one that hopefully has no copyright strikes, but probably will, because everything is freaking owned by somebody and everyone wants to get paid from it, even from people who have no interest in making money from that thing. They just want to share it with others. You're logged in on another computer already playing Mouse PI for Hire. Launching Gargoyles Remastered here will disconnect the other session from Steam. Continue? Oh, you can only play one game at a time on your Steam library. That's interesting. I thought you could play more. Let's try Super Meat Boy 3D. Yes, it should have something where you buy the game and it maybe does it like once a year if they're trying to do something like that. But doing it every time to validate is kind of annoying. Especially when like you're out and you just have your Steam Deck with you and you're just trying to play and you're like, crap, I don't have any internet. You might not have internet on your phone, like service to like tether it, or maybe you have a Wi-Fi hotspot and it's just like not working, something like that. But yeah, let's see this. So, and I'm only bringing this up because I wanted to feel the trackpads. Like I'm showing you right now as I'm using them. These trackpads feel nice. But then as I go over here and I feel these trackpads. No, what the? I didn't mean to do that. Oh, I have to have your reconnect controller. Oh, so when you have the puck in, it's like so the puck is like, it's like a USB stick. So I mentioned the 8-bit do earlier. This has a USB stick you connect it to your computer, and it connects with the USB stick directly. It's like almost like a hardwire connection in a sense. It runs pretty great. It's nothing's gonna beat like actually physically getting a cable and connecting it directly into your system, your computer, whatever. Okay, pretty great. And then we go to the Steam controller, and then we're going here. And again, because this is a brand new controller, it feels a little bit better. And then we have YouTube. I'm not going to go into the details on here. There's so much you can do on YouTube and watch. Interesting controller. So I will say, first impressions, it's pretty good. Will it be something that I'm going to use long term? I'm not sure yet, because I said I have other options where, the Xbox controllers do work really good on a PC. But yeah, this is all just first impressions, not really in-depth research detail. Someone who got lucky enough to can afford one first, and second, pick one up, because not everyone's going to have that opportunity.